We got some stops, like you said, in the zone defense, just to give them a different look. But there was a possession where they got a cut to the basket for a finish. Then we went back down on the offensive end, and unfortunately we didn't score, so we couldn't set up in the zone. So we were in a man-to-man defense. But I would basically say, Lindsay, that overall defensively, we didn't show any type of presence or physicality in the second half like we did in the first half. We allowed this team to score 51 points in the second half and 42 points in the paint, as well as 16 second chance points and overall 13 offensive rebounds. And in this league, this league is a very physical league, and it's tough to win ball games when you give up that amount of points in the second half. So overall, just say defensively, we didn't do a good job second half like we did in the first half.
Coach, you're all about competing and for competitors only and all that. I guess, yeah. Did this effort concern you a little bit?
It's effort is there just at times, just based on mental mistakes, whether it was fatigue or a lack of communication. I would say both. Just the fact of what I recall, there was 1 3 by Coleman Hawkins in transition, where we had 2 guys that didn't communicate and allowed the open 3, and that was one of the big buckets that keyed their run. Then that was a Coleman Hawkins 3 in the corner that, of course, ignited it. And then there were finishes in the paint, whether it was by Ty Rogers or by Marcus, that ignited, the confidence. And with that 17-2 run, it was deflating to the group. But then, I was proud of how our guys, towards the last 7 minutes, continued to fight and show some level of fight. But we had that level of fight during that 17-2 run, and that 17-2 run would never happen.
Coach, obviously you're going to have to rely on Jaylen a lot, especially on the road. I guess, what did you see from him and his progress he's made tonight?
Jaylen is he's doing as much as he can with his role. I'm proud to see that he's on the floor after having a very serious injury that he suffered last season. It just shows his level of commitment to his teammates, to the school, being out there competing and giving his best. You can just see flashes of it's slowly coming. And what I mean by what's coming is just playing at a healthy level where you feel confident out there. And it's nothing like when you see the ball go in the basket. Your confidence level just gets even higher. When he had that 4-point play, I was more excited for him than he was for himself.
Over on your left, Coach.
Yeah, overall, how would you assess the team defense right now? And has that been a source of frustration for you, I guess?
Well, that's definitely have to be a lot of soul searching, and come Saturday, because tomorrow they're off. We would sit down and take a look at it, take ownership of it, and continue to work to try to get better.
Terrace mentioned that the zone defense was always part of the game plan. Coming into this game, what made you why did you plan to use it? And then, did you like what you saw when you were able to score and set up in that zone?
Yes, I've always looked at as I watch many games of Illinois, and just seeing that with the versatility that they have from top to bottom, how and what we can do as far as give them different looks. Give Quincy a lot of credit. He's been a huge factor on the glass, on the offensive glass in particular. You also have to give credit to Marcus, his ability to, back guys down and use his physicality to overpower guys to get in the paint and finish. I just didn't want to give him just, one man-to-man look all night. Give him different type of looks where, it can cause some type of problems and disruption. But there were some possessions, like I stated earlier, that I liked, where we got the stops we needed and got turnovers. But it would have been nice to see it for consistently for 40 minutes. Unfortunately, we didn't provide that.
Yeah, Illinois is one of the better offensive rebounding teams in the Big Ten. They were second in offensive rebounds coming in. Was that something you were looking at? And I guess you said the effort wasn't there, so what went wrong?
Yeah, they had 7 offensive rebounds in the first half, and 4 was by Quincy. And then, they finished with 13, and Quincy finished with 6 himself. And he got the timely ones where when you get a stop, for 25 seconds in the shot clock, but we didn't finish the possession by securing the rebound, and then it's either a putback or, a kick out or a drive that leads to a bucket. That's what deflates your group. And, I talked about it, day after day. We worked on, blocking out and making sure that we focus on keeping them out of the paint, and making sure that we get bodies on, all 4 to 5 guys, because one of the things that you stated that's true, 13 offensive rebounds is for a reason. It's because it's based on effort and toughness. And so they sent 4 guys to the offensive glass, and we didn't do a good job of boxing out like we needed to do.
Jay?
Juwan, why do you think this team has been struggling to nip these runs in the bud? Ohio State, they went on that 16-0 run the other day, and then today it was 17-2.
That's a great question. When you find out, you let me know. And I'm not being sarcastic. No, but I would go back to film and look at it. But it just hurts, man. To see. I stated it earlier. The threes. There was 2 threes on that run. There was also drive to the paint, and there was also offensive rebounds. It's all based on physicality, and it's also based on just being in tune to doing the hard things. The hard things doesn't always show up in the box score. I will acknowledge it. I will show it on film. I will celebrate it, but it doesn't show up in box scores, and it doesn't show up in highlights. And I'm not saying that the highlights where our guys want to, they play for the highlights, but you got to get down and dirty, especially in this league. And then also just based on being a competitor in the game of basketball, you got to roll up your sleeves, and you got to put on your hard hat, and you got to do some of the little things that people don't like doing, like diving on the floor. Jace, he gave us great energy by diving on the floor, and you had Yo-Yo in there and gave us a big lift. But we just can't allow 2 guys to do it. We all have to do it. We all have been speaking of every guy that touched that floor to play has to be ready to do the little things.
All right, Coach, thank you very much.
Thank you.